Hello everybody and welcome back to the next video. This time we're gonna talk about the best position 4 hero in the game right now. And yes, I know there was just a patch, it doesn't matter. Techies is still, with the nerfs, the best position 4 hero, and I'm gonna explain you why he is the best position 4 hero. There are two ways of skilling on the laning stage. The first one is like the damage output, the 201 build, and the second one is the 111 build, and I'm gonna explain you when to skill which skill build. The 111 build you should definitely only skill if you feel like the enemies have a chance to commit on you. Let's say you play against PA Disruptor, for example. They want to jump you, they want to attack you, and they want to go on you. How to avoid that and counter engage is with your W, obviously, and you just want to abuse that. But if you are the stronger, like in the stronger position on the lane, you want to deal as much damage as possible. So you're gonna go for the 201 build, because you deal like so much more damage with it. Your cooldown goes less on your Q, your damage goes higher, the slow is better, like everything is just better on the spell, and you're gonna actually dominate with it pretty much a lane. If you have a position where you can literally just right click the enemies and they will not commit on you. After the laning stage, I would recommend you just always do it. Go for the 4-1-1-1 build. And after that you can max your suicide and then you can max your W. Don't get baited by like putting 1 point in your Q and maxing suicide or your W. Just max your Q, it improves your farming ability a lot and you will feel way better with it than maxing any other spell. Let's talk about item builds. I'm using one specific item build right now in every single pub as a Techies. And I'm gonna explain you why I think this is the strongest build right now on him and why you should actually use it yourself. Usually you start with Arcane Boots, and then you go into Pavis, and after the Pavis you go into Glimmer Cape. Why the combination out of Pavis and Glimmer Cape? Because you cannot die. Like, you tank so much damage, you can jump in, you can suicide in with Glimmer Cape, Pavis on, and you can literally tank 2k damage by the enemies. You're just tanking up so much. Especially with your level 10 talent, the 20% magic resistance, you're like tanking even more damage. You have good armor, you have a lot of magic resistance, and you can just go in for your team, bait some spells, and tank everything. That is like the biggest benefit with this item build, and in my opinion, it's like the strongest item build. You're not scared of going in. Like, whenever you are scared as a Techies to go in, you're playing it wrong. You need to be this person that goes in for your team, makes space, deals a lot of damage, and tanks a lot of spells. And with this item build, it is perfectly to do that. After the Pavis and the Glimmer Cape, you can go for items like Greaves, into Force Staff, into Blink. And after the Blink, you can go Pipe, for example, or even Pipe before the Force Staff and Blink. It's always up to you. You can also go for an Hex. The biggest benefit on Techies, on item builds, is basically you can build whatever you want. This hero is the biggest versatile hero in the entire Dota game as a position 4 right now. You can build whatever you want and you can go whatever you want, and it is good in a way. But my personal recommendation is definitely always put a Pavis in your item build and always put a Glimmer Cape in your item build. You save yourself, you can tank up, you can save your teammates, and you're gonna do a lot of chaos in teamfights. And that's what you want as a Techies, and you should definitely abuse it. And let's say you are like in the late game, you feel like you need like lockdown, just go for an Hex. You can just buy the Hex, play with it, go in, hex somebody, or a suicide in, and after the suicide's done, you're gonna hex somebody, and then you can blink out again, or you can glimmer yourself and run out again. Like, all that stuff, you can do everything you want with these items. And I can tell you, you can even go for like drums, you can go for pipe, you can go for loaders, you can do anything on this hero. Everything is strong. But as I said before, buy Pavis and Glimmer Cape. Trust me, I've not done it before, and I felt like I was actually playing this hero completely wrong, and after I bought these two items, I felt like this hero is completely busted, because you tank up, you deal damage, you jump in, you make space for your team, and everything is good. I found a very good example what the strength is as in Techies on the laning stage. And we're gonna watch this together now, and I'm gonna talk about what I think what is good and what I think what is bad, what I did on this lane. Like, first of all, I wanna right click the enemies, obviously. But if you just look what's gonna happen in the next like 30 seconds, you're gonna be like, what is going on? And I was like a little bit like that in the game as well, but it turned out like pretty good. If you just look at my movement right now, I'm going to the left side because I'm like, yo, I wanna hit the CK because I see the Dawnbreaker is not with him and I wanna deal damage. But then like 2 seconds after that, my thought was like, yo, I have a timber saw against a double melee lane. I just need to block the small camp and then we're gonna dominate this lane. Slash, I'm gonna dominate this lane as a Techies. That's what I did. Like, I realized that. I run back to the right side, and now I'm gonna block the camp. Even though they're going on my timber, I know he's not gonna die. Like, they don't have the damage yet. They need like level 2, then they can burst the timber. I'm just going here, blocking the small, blocking the big as well. I'm dewarding the enemy sentry as well. I gave the enemies like 15 or 10 seconds to like hit my timber saw, sure. But now the Techies show starts. The enemies cannot pull. They are double melee and I'm a Techies. Just look in the next like 1 or 1.5 minutes what's gonna happen. Hit. Hit, 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 hit. Every single time. I'm completely owning them right now. And they cannot do anything. Just compare that. First minute to the second minute right now. It is the complete opposite. And I think it was the right thing to do. But it was a bad thing to go on the left side on the lane to try to hit the CK and like deal damage. I could have just stayed on the right side and easily hit them a little bit more and then just block the small camp and do this thing. Because like right now they're going on me. They fucked up. First blood. Of first kill on the lane, and I'm just TPing out because I know the Dawnbreaker doesn't have the damage and he has cooldown on his spells. Perfect, everything is good. And just like these examples on the lane, that's what makes Techies insanely strong. You can just right click enemies even if they have double range. You are so strong, you deal so much damage and you're gonna own your enemies just by like AFK clicking. Now I'm going middle because I know I have a timber saw top. Like they cannot pressure him as a double melee and he's just fine. So I'm like free to run around. That's what I'm doing. Getting a kill middle. Minute 2:40. I got 2 kills. Got the top kill on the CK and I got a middle kill on the Necro. And everything went perfect. Now I'm respawning and I'm going back to top. Because I killed the Necro. My Ember has like a little bit easier time. He's in a counter matchup, but still. Going back to top. Forcing a little bit. Dealing some damage. I missed my Q. That's like my fuck up. But the CK is like very pressured. And I'm just like chilling. I know the rune is gonna spawn, I'm gonna secure the rune for my Ember, everything is good. And that's like the strong thing on Techies. Like you can play from the range, get kills, slow the enemies, deal damage, and you can like play around the entire map because your movement speed is actually not that bad and your overall mobility is also not that bad. Like I can TP middle whenever I want to, like suicide in and kill the Necro. If it's a play. And this works every single time. Whenever you do it. This is the strength of Techies. You're dominating lanes just by a TP or one like suicide in. And the enemies can't do anything. Like the matchup is a little bit unfair with the CK Dawnbreaker into Timber, but still. This is also happening against like PA Disruptor or any type of strong lane of the enemy. As a Techies, you're gonna own them because I'm gonna switch up skill build then and go for the 1-1-1 build. And whenever they go on me, they're gonna be disarmed. I can jump in, deal damage, slow them, stun them, and we're gonna kill them as well. That's the change up. As you can see, like I'm using the 2-0-1 build because I know I want to pump damage. The enemies cannot really go on me. Whenever they go on me, they're gonna die against me or the Timber. So yeah, try to definitely use these type of things in your games when you play Techies. You need to think like you are the Giga Chat of the entire game and you should also play like it. Don't like be scared or anything. Go in for your team, deal damage, and just own them. Trust me. Can own with this hero so much, and you should. If you are still watching this video now, I really want to thank you for that. I also want to tell you I decided last week that I'm gonna decide one member of the YouTube channel get a free coaching session every month on the 1st of the month. So if you want to join as a member on YouTube, feel free to click the link below in the description and maybe you're lucky and you're gonna win a coaching session with me. So thanks for watching, boys and girls, and bye bye. Peace.